The world is watching and not everyone is cheering for the Philippines. Yeah, you heard that right. While we're out here hustling, making moves, and showing the world what Filipinos are capable of, some folks just can't handle it. Some countries feel threatened, others jealous, and a few even try to hold back Filipino success. You might be thinking, Mr. Beast, are you serious? Who could possibly have beef with the Philippines? Well, get ready to have your minds blown because today we're diving deep into the world of international relations and exposing the truth. Get ready for shocking revelations as we expose 12 countries that just can't stand Filipino success. We're talking about hidden agendas, historical grudges, and straight-up competition. You won't believe some of these countries. First up, we're flying over to the UK, a country with a long, complicated history with the Philippines. Sure, they gave us English and some killer rock bands, but let's not forget the whole colonization thing. Now, the UK criticizes our human rights record, while Filipino workers make waves in their industries. But Filipinos are resilient, standing up for ourselves, not asking for handouts, just a fair shot. Next up, we're heading down under to Australia, a country known for its beaches, barbecues, and, wait for it, criticism of the Philippines. Yep, you heard that right. While these two countries might seem chummy on the surface, there's some serious tension brewing beneath the surface. We're talking about territorial disputes in the South China Sea, where Australia seems to side with China over its own ally. Then there's the competition in education, with both countries vying for international students. And let's not forget about Australia's strict visa policies that make it tough for Filipinos to live and work there. Look, Australia, we get it. You've got a good thing going on. But that doesn't mean you have to rain on our parade. Let's work together to address these issues and build a stronger relationship based on mutual respect. Hold on tight because we're about to explore the rivalry between two Southeast Asian giants, the Philippines and Indonesia. These two archipelago nations share a lot in common, from stunning beaches to vibrant cultures. But don't let that fool you. There's a fierce competition simmering beneath the surface. First up, we've got maritime disputes that have been going on for decades. Both countries claim ownership of certain islands and waters, leading to tension and even military posturing. Then there's the labor market rivalry, with Indonesian and Filipino workers often competing for the same jobs overseas. But hey, maybe it's time to turn this rivalry into a partnership. Imagine the possibilities if these two powerhouses joined forces. We could dominate the global stage together. Our next stop takes us to Vietnam, another country with a complicated relationship with the Philippines. On one hand, both nations are facing a common threat from China's expansionism in the South China Sea. You'd think that would bring them closer, right? Well, not so fast. While they might be united against a common foe, there's still plenty of competition between Vietnam and the Philippines. We're talking about economic rivalry, with both countries vying for foreign investment and market share. And let's not forget about the lingering tension over those disputed islands. It's a classic case of the enemy of my enemy is my friend, but they're still my competition. Can these two Southeast Asian nations overcome their differences and forge a stronger alliance? Or will they remain locked in a perpetual state of frenemyship? Hold on to your hats, folks, because things are about to get real. We're talking about China, the economic powerhouse that's been flexing its muscles in the South China Sea. And guess who's caught in the crosshairs? You guessed it, the Philippines. China's aggressive territorial expansion, building artificial islands and claiming ownership of waters that don't belong to them, has put the Philippines on edge. And it's not just about territory. China's economic influence in the region is growing stronger by the day, leaving many Filipinos feeling uneasy. But here's the thing, Filipinos are tough. We've faced down bigger challenges before and we're not backing down now. We're standing up for our rights, protecting our territory, and building a brighter future for ourselves, with or without China's approval. Get ready for a roller coaster of a relationship as we explore the complex history between the Philippines and the United States. These two countries have been through it all: colonization, war, independence, and a whole lot of drama in between. On the surface, they're allies, bound by treaties and promises of mutual defense. But scratch beneath the surface and you'll find a history of U.S. interference in Philippine affairs, economic exploitation, and lingering resentment over past injustices. Add to that the U.S.'s unpredictable foreign policy and its current trade war with China, and you've got a recipe for uncertainty. Can these two countries overcome their baggage and build a truly equal partnership, or will the weight of history continue to hold them back? Our journey takes us to Japan, a country with a history that's deeply intertwined with the Philippines. From wartime atrocities to modern-day economic ties, these two nations have a lot to unpack. While Japan has apologized for its actions during World War II, the scars of the past still run deep for many Filipinos. Memories of brutality and occupation continue to shape perceptions of Japan, making it challenging to build trust and move forward. Adding to the complexity is the economic competition between the two countries. Both are vying for investment, technological advancement, and a greater share of the global market. Can Japan and the Philippines find a way to reconcile their past and build a future of cooperation and mutual benefit? South Korea and the Philippines share a story of contrasts. K-pop and Korean dramas captivate Filipino audiences, building cultural ties. Yet many Filipinos in South Korea face harsh conditions and discrimination. Behind the glamour, thousands struggle for fair treatment and recognition. This tale reminds us, international relations are complex, and reality is often more complicated than it seems. Hold on tight as we dive into the fast-paced world of Singapore, a tiny island nation that packs a powerful punch. While Singapore might be small in size, it casts a long shadow in Southeast Asia, and its relationship with the Philippines is no exception. From fierce competition in the labor market to vying for regional influence, these two nations are locked in a constant game of one-upmanship. Singapore's economic success and efficient governance serve as both an inspiration and a source of envy for the Philippines, fueling a desire to prove itself on the world stage. But hey, a little healthy competition never hurt anyone, right? Can these two Southeast Asian powerhouses find a way to collaborate and learn from each other, or will their rivalry continue to define their relationship? Fasten your seatbelts because we're heading to Malaysia, a country that shares a complex and often tense relationship with the Philippines. From historical territorial disputes to competing claims over resources, these two neighbors have a lot to work through. The most contentious issue? The Sabah dispute, a long-standing territorial claim over a region in Borneo that has strained diplomatic relations for decades. Add to that the competition for resources, particularly in the energy sector, and you've got a recipe for tension. But it's not all doom and gloom. Both countries are members of ASEAN, and there's a growing recognition of the need for cooperation in areas like trade, security, and cultural exchange. Can Malaysia and the Philippines overcome their differences and build a future of peaceful coexistence and mutual benefit? Get ready to journey to the Arabian Peninsula as we explore the complex relationship between Saudi Arabia and the Philippines. Millions of Filipinos call Saudi Arabia home, working in various sectors and contributing to the kingdom's economy. But their presence hasn't come without challenges. From labor rights issues to cultural misunderstandings, Filipinos in Saudi Arabia often face an uphill battle. Stories of abuse, exploitation, and lack of legal protection highlight the vulnerability of migrant workers in a foreign land. The situation shines a light on the often unequal power dynamics between sending and receiving countries, where economic necessity can sometimes trump human rights. Can Saudi Arabia improve its treatment of Filipino workers, ensuring their safety, dignity, and fair compensation? Our final destination takes us to Canada, a country often perceived as a beacon of hope and opportunity. But for many Filipinos, the Canadian dream has become increasingly elusive. From stricter immigration policies to competition for skilled workers, the path to Canada is paved with obstacles. Filipinos, once welcomed with open arms, now face longer processing times, stricter requirements, and a sense that the door is slowly closing. The situation highlights the challenges faced by many aspiring immigrants, even those with sought-after skills and qualifications. It's a reminder that even in seemingly welcoming countries, the fight for inclusion and opportunity is an ongoing battle. Will Canada re-examine its policies, ensuring that Filipinos and other immigrants have a fair chance to contribute to Canadian society? The Philippines' rise hasn't gone unnoticed or unchallenged. But if there's one thing we've learned, it's that Filipinos are resilient, resourceful, and determined to succeed. We're not asking for handouts, just a level playing field. We're here to contribute, collaborate, and show the world what we're capable of. To those who doubt us, watch out. The Philippines is just getting started. Which country surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.